Welcome back to the channel, fellow horror enthusiasts. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss any of our spine-chilling content. Today we're diving into the spine-chilling world of Japanese urban legends. These tales are not just stories, they are whispers of the supernatural that have been passed down through generations, each one more terrifying than the last. So sit back, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself for 8 of the creepiest urban myths Japan has to offer. Let's get started! First up, we have the legend of Kuchisake Onna, or the slit-mouthed woman. Imagine walking home alone at night only to be approached by a woman wearing a surgical mask. She asks you a simple question: am I beautiful? If you say yes, she removes her mask, revealing a grotesque gaping mouth slit from ear to ear. How about now? She asks again. If you show any sign of fear or try to run, she'll attack you, slashing your mouth to look just like hers. The origins of Kuchisake Onna date back to the Heian period. Some say she was a samurai's wife who was mutilated as punishment for infidelity. In other versions, she was a beautiful woman who was disfigured during a robbery. Despite the variations, one thing remains constant: her desire for revenge. As a vengeful spirit, she seeks to inflict the same pain and fear she experienced upon unsuspecting victims. There are ways to survive an encounter with Kuchisake Onna. Some legends suggest that answering her second question with "you're average" or "so-so" can confuse her long enough for you to escape. The legend of Kuchisake Onna highlights how folklore can evolve and adapt to modern contexts, reflecting societal anxieties and fears. It remains a popular topic in Japanese popular culture and continues to captivate horror of urban myth. Next, we have Teike Teiki, a ghost story that will make you think twice about hanging around train stations late at night. Teike Teike was once a woman or a schoolgirl who tragically fell onto a railway line and was cut in half by an oncoming train. But her story didn't end there. Her upper torso survived, and now she haunts the areas around train stations, dragging herself with her arms, making a distinctive tike tike sound. Teike Teiki moves with alarming speed, and can catch up to her victims effortlessly. If she catches you, she will slice you in half with a scythe, recreating her own gruesome fate. Some versions of the legend suggest that she was bullied and pushed onto the tracks, adding a layer of tragic vengeance to her relentless pursuit. The origins of Teike Teike are shrouded in mystery, but her story has become a cautionary tale about the dangers of railway lines and the potential for supernatural vengeance. In some tales, encountering Teike Teike is a sign of impending doom, as she embodies the restless spirit seeking retribution for her untimely and brutal death. So next time you're near a train station late at night, keep an ear out for that chilling tiki-tiki sound, and whatever you do, don't look back. Akamanto, or the Red Cloak, is a sinister figure that haunts public and school bathrooms. Picture this: you're using a bathroom stall, and suddenly, a mysterious voice asks you if you want red paper or blue paper. Choose red, and you'll meet a violent end, slashed until your clothes are soaked in blood. Choose blue, and you'll be strangled until your face turns blue. Akamanto wears a red cloak and a white mask, adding to his terrifying presence. The legend dates back to the 1930s and has since become a staple of Japanese horror folklore. He is said to appear to those who use the last stall in a bathroom, often targeting students. Some stories suggest that trying to outsmart him by choosing a different color or refusing to answer often ends in the same grisly fate, as aka Manto is relentless in his pursuit of his victims. The fear of Akamanto plays on the vulnerability and isolation one feels in a bathroom, turning a mundane activity into a source of dread. The idea that a simple question could seal your fate adds to the psychological horror. To avoid encountering Akamanto, some advise never to use the last stall in a public bathroom or to quickly leave if you hear a strange voice asking about paper. Kisaragi Station is an urban legend that first gained traction on Japanese internet forums. It's about a mysterious train station that exists in a parallel dimension. One night, a user shared their account of boarding a late-night train and arriving at an unfamiliar station named Kisaragi. Despite searching for it on maps and asking for help, the station does not exist in our reality. The user found themselves trapped in a surreal, desolate landscape, encountering strange, unsettling phenomena. Attempts to leave the station only led them deeper into the unknown. The legend of Kisaragi Station captures the fear of being lost, and the unsettling possibility of slipping into another reality without warning. Kisaragi Station's story is often shared in online forums and has become a modern urban myth, blending the fear of the unknown with the concept of alternate dimensions. The idea of stepping off a train and finding oneself in a place that defies all logic and familiarity is deeply unsettling. It plays into the human fear of being lost, and the eerie possibility that there are places in this world that exist just out of reach, waiting to ensnare the unwary traveler. Hanako-san is one of the most famous ghost stories in Japanese schools. She is said to haunt the third stall of the third-floor girls' bathroom. To summon Hanako-san, you must knock 3 times on the stall door and ask, "Are you there, Hanako-san?" If she replies, it's believed that she will appear and pull the inquirer into the stall, where they vanish without a trace. The origins of Hanako-san vary. Some say she was a World War II air raid victim, taking shelter in the bathroom when a bomb hit the school. Others claim she was a bullied student who met a tragic end. Her legend plays on the fear of the unknown and the vulnerability associated with using school bathrooms, making it a staple of Japanese ghost stories. Hanako-san's story is particularly popular among school children, who often dare each other to summon her. The thrill of the supernatural combined with the familiar setting of a school bathroom makes the legend both accessible and terrifying. The idea that a simple knock on a stall door could summon a ghostly presence adds to the allure and fear of the legend. Whether you believe in Hanako-san or not, the thought of her lurking in a bathroom stall is enough to give anyone the chills. Tsukima Onna, or the Gap Woman, is a terrifying figure that exploits a common phobia, the fear of small spaces and being watched. She is said to dwell in the narrow gaps between furniture, walls, and other tight spaces in homes. Tsukima Onna appears as a pale, ghostly woman with long, dark hair and a sinister smile. She watches her victims from these hidden spaces, slowly driving them to madness with her constant, eerie presence. Those who notice her peeking through the gaps are often found dead, their faces frozen in terror. The legend of Tsukima Onna taps into the primal fear of being watched, and the unnerving sensation of unseen eyes in one's own home. The origins of Tsukima Onna are unclear, but her story has become a cautionary tale about the dangers of the spaces we often overlook. The idea that something could be lurking in the gaps of our own homes, watching us, waiting for the right moment to strike, is deeply unsettling. It turns the familiar and mundane into a source of fear, making us question the safety of our own living spaces. So next time you see a gap between your furniture or a slight crack in the wall, remember Tsukima Onna and the silent terror she brings. Jinmenken, or human-faced dogs, are bizarre and unsettling creatures from Japanese folklore. These dogs possess human-like faces and are capable of speech. They are often encountered at night, running along highways or lurking in alleys. Despite their grotesque appearance, Jinmenken are generally considered harmless and are said to avoid human interaction. However, seeing one is considered a bad omen, associated with misfortune and death. The origin of the Jinmenken legend is unclear, but it may be linked to ancient superstitions about shapeshifters and the boundary between humans and animals. Some believe that Jinmenken are the spirits of people who died in accidents and were reincarnated as dogs. Others think they are the result of genetic experiments gone wrong. The sight of a Jinmenken elicits a sense of deep unease and curiosity about the unnatural blending of human and animal features. Their eerie, human-like faces and the ability to speak make them a unique and unsettling presence in Japanese folklore. The legend of Jinmenken serves as a reminder of the thin line between the human and the animal, and the mysterious creatures that may exist just beyond our understanding. Kokura-san is Japan's answer to the Ouija board, used to communicate with spirits. The game involves a makeshift board with the hiragana alphabet, numbers, and words like yes and no. Players place their fingers on a coin and ask Kokuri-san questions. The coin then moves, supposedly guided by the spirit, to spell out answers. Unlike the more neutral Ouija board, Kokura-san is often associated with fox spirits, kitsune, or other supernatural entities, making the experience more sinister. Participants are warned to follow strict rules, such as properly dismissing the spirit at the end of the session, to avoid angering Kokura-san. The game plays on the thrill of the unknown and the possibility of contacting the supernatural, blending traditional beliefs with modern curiosity. The origins of Kokoro-san are rooted in Japan's rich history of spirit communication and divination. The fox spirit, or kitsune, is believed to be a powerful entity capable of both good and evil. By invoking Kokoro-san, players are tapping into this ancient belief system, opening a gateway to the spiritual world. The game is not just a means of entertainment, it's a ritual that carries the weight of tradition and the potential for real supernatural encounters. Whether you approach it with skepticism or belief, playing Kokoro-san is an experience that leaves a lasting impression, blending the thrill of the unknown with the eerie possibility of contacting something beyond our world. And there you have it, 8 of the creepiest urban myths from Japan. Each story taps into deep-seated fears and cultural beliefs, creating legends that continue to haunt the imagination. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-chilling content. And as always, stay curious, stay cautious, and never stop exploring the unknown. Until next time, stay spooky.